Hey there, curious minds. Ever heard a myth about humans that sounded a little too good to be true? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into 15 hilarious myths about humans that we've all, at some point, kinda believed. Spoiler alert, most of them are about as accurate as the idea that we all evolved from the same amoeba that decided to make its own Wi-Fi connection. 1. Humans only use 10% of their brain. First up, the classic myth. We only use 10% of our brains. The truth? Well, we're actually using most of our brain all the time, unless you've spent your day scrolling through memes. Then maybe 1%. But honestly, if we only used 10%, how are we still able to Google the answer to the age-old question, is cereal a soup? Turns out your brain is more like a power-hungry computer, constantly running background processes. It's multitasking while we're over here trying to figure out how we lost our socks. So rest assured, no hidden superpower waiting to be unlocked. But maybe that's what the other 90% is doing, figuring out where the socks go. 2. You swallow 8 spiders a year in your sleep. Now this one's a classic nightmare. You've heard it, right? You swallow 8 spiders a year in your sleep. No, most people go their whole lives without accidentally eating a spider. I mean, sure, spiders may crawl on us, but as for their career as a midnight snack, not happening. Unless, of course, you're living in a horror movie. In that case, I'm sorry, but good luck. But here's the thing, spiders don't actually want to crawl into your mouth. They're busy being their weird, creepy selves in the corner, trying to catch insects. So no need to start sleeping with your mouth taped shut. Or, just maybe close your mouth. 3. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. Okay, so goldfish have been accused of having a memory span shorter than a TikTok video. But actually, goldfish can remember things for months. They're like the gold medalists of I know where I left my keys. So the next time someone tells you a goldfish can't remember its way around the tank, kindly remind them it probably remembers how to escape. Goldfish can also recognize faces, which is more than I can say for my ability to remember the names of my friends at a party. So maybe the real question is, do we have a goldfish memory? No. 4. Humans have only 5 senses. 5 senses, please. Humans have more than just sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. Ever felt your phone vibrating in your pocket when it wasn't? That's a sense called phantom vibrations. And let's not forget the ability to feel awkward in any situation, even when nothing's happening. That's basically a superpower. You've all experienced that sense of knowing when someone's staring at you across the room, right? It's a 6th sense and we all have it. That, or we're just way too self-conscious. 5. Shaving makes hair grow back thicker. Here's one we've all heard. Shaving makes your hair grow back thicker. Actually, that's just a myth. Shaving doesn't affect hair thickness. If it did, we'd all be walking around with beards by age 5. Shaving only gives the illusion of thicker hair because it cuts at a blunt angle. So no, you won't grow a woolly mammoth beard after one shave. Sorry. But hey, if you're into that whole big bold beard look, go ahead and keep trying. But don't blame the razor for what your genes are doing. 6. You'll catch a cold from going outside with wet hair. Who hasn't heard? You'll catch a cold if you go outside with wet hair. Well, that's not how colds work. They're caused by viruses, not humidity, or your hair's unfortunate decision to be wet in the winter. So no, your hair isn't secretly conspiring to get you sick, but your lack of hand washing might be. And just so we're clear, you can go outside with wet hair in the winter, but don't blame the cold if you start sneezing. Blame the person who decided to make that myth up. 7. Eating carrots improves your vision. Eating carrots doesn't actually improve your vision unless you're a rabbit. Sure, carrots have vitamin A, but they don't give you X-ray vision like a superhero. If they did, I'd be eating them all day, every day, trying to figure out why my Wi-Fi keeps going out. But nope, still blind to that mystery. So, sorry folks, the carrots might help your health, but don't expect them to suddenly turn you into a walking pair of binoculars. 8. Humans only have one gene for intelligence. Humans have one gene for intelligence? I don't think so. Intelligence is complicated, it's not just locked in a single gene. If it was, we'd all be a bunch of brainiac clones. Spoiler alert, we're not. Turns out, intelligence is more about the interactions of multiple genes, so there's no single intelligence gene. Instead, we have a lot of them, and unfortunately, none of them explain why I keep forgetting my keys. You'd think one of those genes would help me locate things. But nope, still losing my wallet every other week. 9. A full moon causes people to act crazy. Full moons and crazy behavior? Nah. The idea that the moon makes people act like lunatics is more fiction than fact. It's just a big, glowing rock in the sky. Sure, it's pretty, but it's not the reason why your neighbor decided to throw a party on a Wednesday night at 3 a.m. That's a different kind of madness. So, the next time someone tells you the full moon is making them act crazy, just remember, it's more likely their decision to eat 2 pizzas at 3 p.m. 10. Left-handed. People are more creative. Here's one that sounds nice. Left-handed people are more creative. Not really. Creativity comes from the brain's ability to make connections, and both right and left-handed people can be equally creative. Unless, of course, your creativity is limited to drawing stick figures like me. In that case, we all fail equally. So whether you're left or right-handed, just go ahead and blame the lack of creativity on your lack of practice, not your handedness. 11. You can't taste food if you're holding your nose. You've probably heard, you can't taste food if you hold your nose. Actually, you can. Taste is a combination of flavor and smell. You just lose the smell part, so everything tastes like cardboard. Delicious, but very bland cardboard. So next time you want to pretend food's gross, just hold your nose and pretend you're eating something fancy. 12. Cracking your knuckles gives you arthritis. Cracking your knuckles doesn't give you arthritis. That sound, it's just bubbles popping in the joint fluid. Your knuckles won't explode into arthritis unless you're using them to break concrete for a living, which I'm assuming most of you aren't. 13. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Lightning never strikes the same place twice? False. It can strike the same place multiple times. Just ask the Empire State Building. It gets hit by lightning more than I get hit with bad hair days. So never stand at the same place where the lightning strikes, hoping that it won't hit me again. 14. You can't get sunburned on a cloudy day. Clouds don't block UV rays, my friends. You can still get sunburned on a cloudy day. So, next time you're out in the clouds thinking you're safe, remember, UV rays are sneaky little things. They don't care about your cloud-based weather forecast. And finally, 15. Humans are the only species that use tools. Humans using tools, sure, but we're not the only ones. Ever seen a chimpanzee use a stick to fish for termites? Or a crow using a twig to make a tool? So we're not as fancy as we think. Our tools are just shinier, like the remote control for the TV. And that's a wrap on 15 hilarious myths about humans that we all kinda believed. Remember folks, don't take everything you hear too seriously. The truth is probably way weirder and funnier than we can imagine. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your myth-believing friends. Until next time, stay curious and keep laughing. Thank you for watching.